Welcome to TSPN, where we cover all Taiwan sports. I'm your host, Logan Remberger, joined by my co-host, Austin Lucas, and our special guest today, Bree Paul. Bree, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. This podcast will be the winter sports preview. We'll get a representative of each sport. For girls basketball, we have Bree. Boys basketball, we have Draven. Wrestling, we have Andrew Weaver. And swimming, Rocky Romani. Bree, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about the season and your future plans in life. So what's the team going to look like this year?
This year, I think our team isn't going to be awful. I think we've had good practices so far. We've gone hard in our practices, and we had scrimmages this past Saturday, and I thought they went pretty good. I had scrimmage yesterday. That one also went good.
Did you win, or did they not keep score?
They don't keep score, but we kept score of some of the games, and at least now against BG, we won that game.
What? Oh, I don't know. Tough opponents this year.
Hollidaysburg is going to be a hard one. They're really good. BG's pretty good, and our first game against Punxsutawney, they're really good too, but I think we'll be able to pull out the win.
What's the starting lineup going to be this year?
It's not set in stone yet, but I think it'll be me, Riley Coral, Lainey Woomer, Rylan Crow, and Elena Green.
So, I mean, that's almost all for it. You guys lost a couple key players, Kaylin Gibbons.
Yep.
So who's stepping up in that role and filling her shoes?
Green has actually been doing a great job in filling her spot in our scrimmages. She was getting a lot of points. She's aggressive down under the basket, and she's been doing really good.
And then you guys got a new coach. Tell us who that is and tell us a little bit about him.
Mike Whitling, he has had a lot of coaching experience. He used to coach. He was head coach at Mansfield, and he sees the court in a new way, which I think helps us out a lot. And he has a lot of ideas, and I'm excited to see how his coaching can help us in the season.
Good. Now, you're a senior this year. What are your future plans in life? Do you want to continue basketball or no?
I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm thinking about it. I've talked to the Penn State Altoona coach a little bit, and I'm looking into them. They have a good team. But I am planning on going to Penn State Altoona. Just like for my for college.
What are you going to major in?
I'm going to be an elementary school teacher.
Elementary school teacher. That's what my sister's doing now. Awesome. What's your best memory from basketball?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think whenever the fire trucks would escort us through town after district championships, those were always cool.
You were on that team?
Yeah.
Like Jane and them?
Yes.
Was that your best year?
Yeah, I'd say. Our freshman year was pretty good, but I'd say my sophomore year was probably the best.
Who do you have the most chemistry with? Like, who's a teammate that you really connect with?
Probably Riley Coral, just because we've played with each other since, like, second grade, and I feel like we play good together on the court. We'll know where each other is at all times, and, like, we're just used to having each other on the court.
And then well, I know, like, you're starting, but, like, some key players returning and some freshmen that should be good in the next upcoming years.
Claire Lehman, she's going to be really good this year, and Bree Parker is really good, too. She's really aggressive, and she goes after the ball, and she's constantly just giving it everything she has.
Thank you, Bree. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Here for wrestling, we got Andrew. Andrew, how you doing today, buddy?
Very good.
How good?
Very.
All right, how's the wrestling season going to look this year?
I think we're going to have a really good team. We're missing a few lower weights, but Coach Quentin Wright is looking to make district duels and take us to the state tournament.
Got a good chance.
What weight class are you wrestling?
189.
You going to mess up some kids?
Yes, sir.
Who are some tough opponents that you guys, like, as a total team are going to face this year?
Chest.
Yeah,
Chestnut.
probably Chestnut Ridge.
All right, we had some technical difficulties. Andrew's mic fell on him. Andrew, talk about the tough opponents this year.
Chestnut Ridge. That's going to be a really tough one. Home.
Bald Eagle.
Bald Eagle is
And
a super
Jack
tough
Tech.
team.
Bald Eagle's always pretty good. Who are some key players on the wrestling team this year? Key wrestlers?
Key players.
Key players.
I'd say from Probably, honestly, 127 and up.
And up, yeah.
Those are pretty
have
solid up and down.
It's a pretty good area wrestlers. Logan Rumberger,
Hey.
Remington Fleck,
Hey.
Lucas Walk, Kyle Scott, me, Richard Rawlings, Braden Ewing.
What are the tournaments looking like this year? Any solid ones or what?
Tough
Yeah,
tournaments.
tough
We have
tournaments.
a new dual tournament we've never been to next weekend.
Greensburg, PA.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours away. It's called Dry Tech Duels. It's a team duel tournament, so we'll wrestle as a team.
5 matches. Guaranteed.
And then we have the usual tough tournaments like the Holiday Panther Classic, which is a really tough tournament. The Ultimate Warrior in West Branch, that's a really tough one.
Little Highlands Open this year. That's
Yeah,
a new
that's-
tournament. Talk about that.
Home here, all the teams in Lower Highlands will be competing. It'll basically be like districts, so we'll get to see where we'll be at.
Like districts on steroids, I'd say. Because
Yeah.
like there's going to be some AAA too. So
Be some good teams there.
So, Andrew, what are your future plans? Whoa.
yeah,
Future plans looking like since you're graduating?
Not really sure what I'm going to do yet. I talked to the Clarion football coach yesterday, and that doesn't seem like a bad option, but I'm not sure yet.
What's one of your favorite wrestling teammates?
Probably the boys in the friend group, Logan, Remy. Luke Walk is my practice partner every day. Shout out Luke Walk. Braden Ewing. Jake Rice is there every day. Richard Rawlings.
Who's some younger kids that you think are going to be good?
Kayla Whippy's coming up from junior high this year as a 9th grader. I don't think he'll do too bad. It's definitely a good experience to come up in 9th grade, so that should help him. We're missing some lower weights.
Yeah, something happened. Don't know if we should talk about it. You think we're allowed to?
We're losing one of our wrestlers.
That's all we'll say. We're just
Yeah.
losing one. He's not going to Tyrone anymore, and he was going to be a key part of our team.
Yeah,
He was
really
good.
good wrestler.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite wrestling memories?
Probably
Come on,
going up to the Trojan War tournament,
There you
staying at
go.
a hotel with the boys.
Jake Rice.
Yeah. Jake Rice always making buffalo chicken dip at the tournaments. But going to Trojan Wars is just fun. Get to stay with your teammates all day. Wrestle. It's a good time.
What's college looking like for you? What are you thinking about?
I've looked into Penn State Altoona. Places around here like that.
Do you
Maybe.
want to wrestle at Penn State Altoona?
Um,
Would you consider it?
I would consider it if Quentin Wright was the head coach there and took the job offer, but they're Division III, so I don't know, maybe.
Who's someone you look up to?
Like in life or wrestling wise.
Let's go wrestling here.
Probably Braden Ewing.
Why?
I don't know. He's big. He's in a lot of close matches and clutches up a lot of the time. Made it to the regional finals. Went to states.
You want to say like RBY or anyone? Like I'd say Nick Soriano because of his like pace. Like
Probably Carter Srirachi.
he's a dog.
Yeah.
You see Gabe Arnold, Iowa wrestler, called him out.
Yeah.
Freshman. That shouldn't go too well for him. Any more, Ross?
No.
Who's gonna be one of like the toughest opponents for your standpoint this year? Like someone in your weight class that will give you a good match.
Probably Bald Eagle, Caleb Close. He's at 189. District champion. Placed 8th at states. Huntington's Andrew McMonigal.
He's not gonna drop down.
I don't know. Probably not. I'm hearing that he's doesn't want to lose weight. Wants to stay there. So that'll be a home match
Ooh.
against Huntington. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, do you know what your overall record is? How many wins do you think you can get this year?
I have to get 35 to get to 100.
That's possible.
Yeah, and we'll have close to 45 matches overall. So I can only lose, 10?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What was your record last year?
It was not bad.
That was pretty good.
You had, 9 losses?
Yeah, 20,
4?
something like that. 20, around mid-20s and 9.
It's pretty solid.
It's a good record. All right, thanks. Ooh, I'll already do that. All right, thank you, Andrew, for coming on this podcast. Next will be boys basketball with Draven, and then we'll finish up with swimming with Rocky. We're here with Draven, day 2 of this. Took a little weekend break for this podcast. Drag, you're here because you're representing boys basketball. Drag, just start us off with the look ahead for the season.
I'm really excited. This year we got a new coach, Luke Rhodes, which I think everyone's very excited about. He's very determined to win a district championship, just like all of us. We have a tough schedule. We have a really tough schedule, in fact. It's like one of the hardest in the Little Highlands, I think. There's a week where we go to Hollidaysburg, and like the day after we go to Williamsport, and then like 2 days later we play Johnstown. So we're going to have a lot of tough opponents, but I still think we can conquer it all.
What's the starting lineup going to look like this year?
Honestly, I can't even tell you. We have so many weapons that have returned from last year. Sam Crowley, Andrew Escala, me, Ashton Walk, Kendall Leonard. This year we got Brady back, so it's going to be really hard to decide a starting lineup.
What kind of tournaments are you guys playing this year? Just Holiday Bank tournament again?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, and then I don't know if we're going to have any other ones or not, but as of right now, the only one I know is the Holiday tournament.
Who's in the holiday tournament that is going to be a tough opponent for you guys?
Oh, I don't know. I know Bellwood and Penn Cambria are in it, but that's the only 2 teams I know.
Is Penn Cambria good this year?
I don't know. They have a couple kids returning. I mean, they lost Garrett Harold he went to Duquesne, but that's all I know.
Who are some upcoming players that are going to be pretty good?
Johnstown's point guard, Dante.
Our team.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant, like, opposing teams.
Well, you can do opposing teams after, but tell us, some kids coming up here in a couple of years, maybe now, that are going to be pretty good.
I think over the next year, Sam, Ashton, and Kendall, they're going to develop really well. So, I mean, Sam's already developing. He's shooting the ball really good. So, and then Eli, Ashton, Amy's getting boards. Eli's shooting the ball really well. So, I think the next couple of years will be pretty good.
Now you can go opposing.
Johnstown's point guard, Dante Tysinger or Tissinger, whatever his last name is, he's really shifty.
Relevant.
The point guard from Hollidaysburg, Jake Heilman, they have a shooter, Walters. There's going to be a lot of teams that have key players, but we just got to lock onto them. Jude Hay from BG, he shoots the lights out of the gym, so we just got to bring our A game every game.
What are your future plans in life? Do you want to go to college? Tell us all about that.
I plan to go to college to study engineering and hopefully continue athletically.
Where at?
Haven't decided yet.
Do you have any schools that you interested in?
Lebanon Valley, Clarion, Robert Morris, Marshall and Robert Morris are academically, but Clarion's athletically, Lebanon Valley's athletically, St. Vincent.
Any more? Holy. So you played other sports as well. Tell us what you play and what's your favorite sport overall.
I play football, basketball, and track, and I'd probably say my favorite is football.
Who is one teammate that you have good chemistry with? Like one of your favorite teammates to ever play with?
Probably Sam Crowley.
Why is that?
We just connect a lot. I mean, getting the ball up the court, finding him, making shots. We've played together since we were in 3rd grade, so it's just always been there.
What is one of your best memories of basketball? Senior high basketball, at least.
Probably like all the bus rides and the stops after eating.
Duggan House Day. We already talked about college. Do you plan on to play basketball at a higher level?
I don't know yet. I haven't really looked into it or thought about it, but if it comes down to it, it might be an option.
What are some of your goals this year? Achievements you want to hit, or just personal goals that you would like to accomplish?
Team-wise, obviously win a district title and make the state playoff. Win a Laurel Highland championship, it'd be pretty cool. Personal goals, just be a good teammate, be a leader, get the ball up the court as fast as I can, and find my teammates.
And finally, who is someone you look up to in life?
Probably my mom or my dad, just because they're always pushing me to be the best person I can. Like, sometimes it can feel like they're getting on me a little bit, but in the long run, they just want me to be the best person I can be and succeed.
Thank you, Drag. Good luck this season.
Thanks, you too, boss.
We're struggling to find anyone for swimming, so we might not have that in here. So this may be the end.
This is the end.
This is the end, actually.
Thank you for watching TSPN. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm your host, Logan Remberger, joined my co-host, Austin Lucas. This was Winter Sports Preview. Make sure to stay tuned for the next podcast.
Yep.